Scorpio, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's get started and see what messages we have for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions for the week ahead. Now, keep in mind, my friends, these are general readings and may not resonate for everyone. So make sure to check out your other placements. And if you would like a personal reading, you can find the link for that in the description below. All right, my friends, let's get started and see what messages we have for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the week ahead. What is the energy around Scorpio for the week ahead? Okay, coming to the edge, unfinished symphony. Interesting. Bottom of the deck, we're seeing imagine. Okay, both of these cards coming out in the reverse with coming to the edge. So that's very interesting. That almost makes me feel like something needs closure. And you may be resisting that closure, but I think you're getting very, very close to seeing how necessary it is. And the thing that's your strongest power this week is your imagination. But are you using it? This is making me feel like, are you using your imagination to visualize your desires, or are you visualizing the worst case scenario? I know a lot of people sort of feel like by preparing for the worst, you're actually doing yourself a service, and you're sort of focused on, well, what could be anticipated problems, and how can I sort of anticipate those problems and then solve them before they even happen. Well, I can't help but feel like by doing that, you're just manifesting those worst case scenarios, and you might feel self-fulfilling prophecy that says, oh, it's a good thing I prepared for it because it happened. Well, maybe it happened because you were so focused on it happening in the first place. And it almost feels like that needs some closure, and that you're getting very ready for it. You're almost feeling like you're sort of coming to the edge of an experience and ready to just sort of jump off the edge there into something new, a new way of looking at things, a new way of visualizing things. And it all sort of starts, I feel, by closing out a certain chapter or a certain way of envisioning life. You know, this idea of, I can't shake this sort of idea of this worst case scenario that I hear a lot of people do that, and I feel like they think that they're serving themselves by trying to anticipate how things could go wrong, instead of investing some energy into imagining how amazing things could go, instead of imagining the desired outcome and how it would feel and how you would embody that desired outcome and what it would look like and taste like and feel like. You know, putting that much effort into things we don't feel are desirable, the worst case scenario, right? I feel it's also manifesting. It's all manifesting, right? Whatever you focus on, you give a lot of energy to, and that's where the energy will be directed. So Scorpio, it's interesting. It's almost like you're getting this message this week to arrive at a new way of using your mind, to arrive at a new way of sort of looking at things and anticipating things in a different way, and having the courage to do that, having the courage to come to the edge and take a leap without looking for the worst case scenario and without imagining how it could possibly go very wrong and how you have to be prepared in case that happens. You know, it's very interesting. It's almost like there's this message of needing to really imagine things by releasing fear, and then envisioning a new path, one that you could sort of see yourself not catastrophizing, right? The energy around this is that you're catastrophizing things by projecting that worst case scenario plan into the universe, that we're always manifesting, right? We're always manifesting out of whatever we focus on. And so that's very interesting. What's coming through for you is this idea of surrender that practice, because you could be sort of self-sabotaging yourself. And overthinking about things that haven't even happened, and sort of needing to bring that into check so that you're not catastrophizing, you're not awfulizing, you're not sort of looking at things in a way that creates a negative outcome, because it almost casts a shadow on your whole energy here, where I feel you're ready to take a leap of faith into something else. So this week, it's almost like you need to bring awareness into your consciousness to say, what am I focusing on? Am I catastrophizing? Am I trying to anticipate the worst possible outcomes in the name of being prepared, when really you could use that energy and mind power towards what you desire? Interesting, the Ace of Swords just sort of fell out in reverse, which tells me that it's really important to point that sword back at yourself, to be like, where is my focus right now? Where is my attention? Where is my focus? Where are my thoughts taking me? What am I visualizing? What am I imagining? What am I therefore manifesting? And is it serving me? Or do I need to take a leap of faith to sort of have a new outlook, or a different perception, or a different focus, you know? And there's the Knight of Swords, or excuse me, the Knight of Wands in reverse, confirming that message of self-sabotage, that the way of processing your imagination or your visualizations right now, if it's focused on things that you don't desire, you could really be self-sabotaging. Like, what's coming to mind for me right now is this idea of someone starting a new opportunity and immediately thinking of how that opportunity could fail, or how they could fail in that opportunity. That, well, you know, maybe I'll screw up doing this, or what if someone's critical of the way I do the following, or what if I end up doing this and it causes this, and what am I gonna do if that happens? And sort of making plans around it being a failure rather than a success seems to be what's coming through for you. And there's the Nine of Pentacles coming out in the reverse, which is always a signal to me that we don't appreciate ourselves, we don't appreciate our skills, we don't appreciate our capabilities, and we don't see our own potential. And so we tend to doubt ourselves in a moment where something is immediately turned into the negative, to say, well, how am I going to deal when this goes all wrong? What am I going to do when this all falls apart? Well, what if it's a huge success? What are you going to do if it's a huge success? Why not put that as the seed you're planting and giving water to every day? You know, why water the plant of self-doubt when you can water the plant of believing in yourself? Look at that. You also got the Ace of Wands in reverse, which is, to me, a message of pessimism. This is a message of a thumbs down. You're giving your thumb down to the universe and saying, this is going to go wrong. I won't be able to do this. This is a reading that is really encouraging you to have a look at the quality of your thoughts and where you're focusing those thoughts. How are you serving yourself or sabotaging yourself? Do you see your potential? Do you see your capabilities? Do you see your value and your worth? And are you feeling pessimistic or optimistic about yourself and your path? These are the questions coming through for you. And look, all of your cards are in the reverse. That's so interesting. There's the Judgment card in reverse for you as well, which tells me that there may be a level of, on top of the self-sabotage, there may be a level of denial here, where we're not only not seeing our potential, we're denying our potential. And the level of self-doubt here is really, really rooted in denying yourself of your own true essence. It's like you're looking at yourself and you're only seeing a fraction of what's there, and then you're saying that's all of it. That's not all of it. I feel like you're, you know, to use a cliche, you're really looking at the glass as half full. and you're evaluating what's in that glass as being not good enough. And how am I going to prepare for all of these outcomes where I'm not good enough? As opposed to saying, wow, what's in that cup is really valuable, and it's not even all of me. It's just a part, it's just a piece of me, and it's still so valuable. And to use your powerful visualization and imagination to see how things could go so well, and so much success, and so much courage and achievement by going a different way with this. Like, really having a strong awareness of the quality of your thoughts is very, very important at this time. I feel like that's really going to be a game changer for you, Scorpio. That and this idea of sort of not doubting yourself, really seeing your true essence and letting it shine unapologetically and to its maximum. You know, this isn't a time to play it small or doubt yourself. And I feel like that's the overriding energy in this reading, is that there's a part of you here that's really focused on how things are going to fail. And what are you going to do when they fail is sort of the question you keep asking yourself. And it feels like this reading is trying to guide you in the other direction, to be like, bring balance to this and have the courage to look at things from a different perspective, that they could work out very well for you. Very interesting, Scorpio. I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I hope it's been helpful. And I look forward to reading for you again soon, my friends. Take care. Sending you so much love.